First of all, thank you for organizing this.
Thank you.
Where you've taken this is unbelievable, and it's more than just a trip down memory lane. It's really exciting to come here and see what you guys have done with this. So I want to thank you for putting this together, and I will sign up if we do a 25th year reunion. I will sign up to make sure we get everybody from 95 through where you start here, 2005, I guess 2003. We'll pull that in because we were here pre-Facebook, but we still got which still means of finding each other. I thought I'd share just a little bit of how we got started and the whole idea behind it and sort of early days. And so when those of us who started it off were here, we had Club Tamana, we had I think the Pakistani Student Association, the Buddhist Student Association, the Muslim Student Association. The MSA has been here since like the 60s. I think it's one of the oldest Muslim students associations in the country. But there was no Hindu students organization. We just felt like there was a number of us who came from religious backgrounds, people who lived in the tri-state area who would go home on the weekends and go to Monday or whatever else. And we felt we should have this on campus. And so that was really the original inspiration. It's like there should be something here for people who want to practice Hinduism. And so we got it started. There's a second story behind the founding, which I shared with people last night, and I'll share with you guys too, to go on an HSO lore, I guess. But there was a girl, and, like there is in a lot of things. Hopefully it's not blasphemous, this is HSO. But there was a girl I was interested in, and she was really conservative. And she'd be like, I like to hang out at libraries and temples. And I was like, I can't do the library thing, but we can maybe figure out the temple thing. So part of starting HSO was also for me to have an opportunity and to maybe, suggest she join as co-coordinator. And she's now my wife. We've been married 13 years. So on all fronts, given what you guys are doing with HSO and then personally as well, it was a good, successful. But that was the story behind the story on the founding of HSO. Her name is Sejal Patel. So we live in San Francisco now, and we're both from here. We live on the West Coast, and she really wanted to be here too. But unfortunately, she's actually giving a talk on Hinduism this weekend at our Monday. There's a women's conference, and so she's taking the lead role in that. So unfortunately, can't be here, but. Again, if we do this in 5 years, she'll definitely be here. So the whole idea behind getting started, the name Sanatana Dharma Sangha came from one of the pundits over at the Hindu temple in Flushing. There's a temple that's been there for 40 plus years now. And used to go there, and so when we thought about starting it up, asked him for his suggestions on names, and that's where the name came from. And we sort of, as we started it, the whole idea, we wanted to be open. We had people from all different sort of faiths within Hinduism itself. So people who were, Swaminarayan and Satya Sai Baba and Shankaracharya and everything else. So the whole idea was to keep it really open for everybody. And the bhajan book that you guys have now, it's nice to see a lot of the original bhajans we had from, across people just brought from home, their favorite bhajans, and that's how it got started. So we wanted it to be open. We wanted to be both the Hindu Students Association, but then also a Columbia organization. So we intentionally had it pretty open. We invited people to our events, including the bhajans, including all the pujas and everything else that we had. And we definitely wanted to make it a Columbia organization as well, both for Hindus but then for others as well. So like for Diwali, we stuffed mailboxes for faculty, with Diwali cards and things of that nature, just kind of to spread cheer and educate people as well. So that was one of the founding. And the other ones, we also didn't want it to be too political. So 92, 93 was just after Ayodhya had happened and the mosque had been torn down. There was a lot of politics around Hindutva and the Vishwa Hindu Parishad and everything else. And so we made, we wanted to be connected to other schools, but we had looked at that time at joining HSC, which is Hindu Student Council, which has campuses across the country. And we thought about doing that. We had a couple of speakers come as well from the parent organization, which was VHP of America. And we just found there was more political leaning than we wanted. So we just decided to stay sort of an independent organization. We just, we built it. We were just kind of a group of us who had been practicing, going to Mandir, growing up and everything else, and just started building on events. The bhajans they were in the Red Room, they're still in the Red Room. We tried different places. We tried upstairs in the chapel, which was just way too big. We tried, there's an art gallery downstairs in the chapel, which we used as well. The acoustics were a little better, but they'd be like nude paintings on the wall. Didn't quite line up so well. We tried covering them up, but it just didn't work. So the Red Room is where we settled in by the end of our first year, and it was a very similar format to what you guys are doing today. But I think the quality of singing has gotten much better than what I observed last night. And the average budget was like 2 octaves higher in terms of how you guys sing. I was having a hard time keeping up with that. But we started with, we had Club Zamana, we co-sponsored some events. We did a Diwali Puja, we did a Shivratri Puja. We would go to, there's ashrams, within a couple of hours, like in Poconos, the Dayananda Saraswati ashram that's there, Muktananda ashram up in the Catskills, and we would go do that once a semester as well. And then started Holi, our senior year, on kind of a shoestring budget. We did it on Mathlon, right across from here. And we didn't have permits to go throw a bunch of color and everything else. We're like, how are we going to go explain that to the administrative office? So we're just not going to get permission for this. We decided, well, we rented out the lawn for a party. And we ended up doing is we just got a lot of colored water and spray bottles and ran around with spray bottles. And inevitably the color came out and the powder came out. But it was probably, 75 people. And we had a dole, the guy playing dole. We had samosas and we had music and we had and it got started that way. But it was, from the pictures, it's amazing what you guys are doing with it today. So that's really how, sort of where the inspiration was just to kind of have an organization on campus that would allow people to continue to practice Hinduism on campus. And, it was always a spirit of openness, and it's great to sort of see that continue. You guys are doing an amazing job with this organization, just to see over the years. So thank you again for sort of organizing this. It's been a fun trip down memory lane for me. If we do this again, we'll definitely gather more of the alums from my years. We've got a number of people spread out across the country who unfortunately couldn't fly in this weekend, but hopefully we'll